All right, guys, I'm late, which is one of my biggest pet peeves on earth is being late. Oh, you guys are so crooked. So I was sitting here trying to set up Switcher Studios because I'm trying to get my life together and be professional. And I was like, listen, Tay, get your life together, use Switcher Studios. So then I was sitting here trying to set it up and it just wasn't working, guys. It wasn't working. Where is everybody? Where are you guys? I've been gone for 2 weeks. Did you guys forget me? Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Are we live on the YouTube? Let me make sure. We're live on the YouTube. Maybe you guys thought since I was late I wasn't coming. There I am. I'm right there, guys. All right. Where's everybody at? Hey, Tiff. Hey, Jimmy. Lonnie Creations. Guys, I was stuck on a mud pit island. I'm so excited to tell the story. I'm still trying to figure out like what just happened, where was I, what was going on, and figuring out how to get back to regular life. Like, which my life is very interesting. When I get home, I'm like, okay, go craft, figure it out. So, hey Donnie, hey Crystal, hey Sam, hey Elizabeth, hey Monica, hey Heather, hey Pixie Dust Cups, hey Jess, hey Rhonda, hey Brenda, hey Jimmy Lonnie Creations. Welcome back, myself. But hey, I have been gone camping for 2 weeks, two completely different camping trips, completely different. And I'm gonna craft and tell the story at the same time. I think I grabbed everything I need for this. You're gonna see some teasers to something that is coming this week sometime, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'm gonna keep you on your toes because I'm keeping myself on my toes. We were supposed to launch it today, but it wasn't ready yet. So it's a mystery when it's gonna be out. So I will let you guys know as soon as it is. You were missed, but Tiff did an awesome job on Amazon. Yes, huge shout out to Tiff for taking over on Amazon. I have to tell you guys the story of this week. I have no idea what happened here this week. I kind of do. Literally was driving to our trip and caught Tiff for like 5 minutes. And then I popped in to see some of her lives and I saw that I ruined the sublimation cards by not flipping them backwards. And I also, like, I'm pretty sure every hiccup, and I stole the AC. I like popped in and I was like, okay, she's hot. I knew it was gonna be so hot. So I checked the weather before I left for her which is here, and we were actually cool this week. Like it was down in the 80s, and where I was going was in the hundreds. And so I was like, okay, I need the AC. So I took the AC, and the part of her live that I saw was her like it dawning on her that I probably took it. And I did, and I even thought like I should order another one and get it shipped to the warehouse. But then I was like, but we are gonna have a cool week, and I knew it was gonna be like, but she bared through it and she got through it. So we're gonna make sure we have everything stocked. So this week was crazy for me. So you guys please catch me up on anything. Tiff says you did take it. I knew it. I did. And so Tiff left me a note saying, oh, I don't know where it went, but saying like she was sweating so bad. I'll put it that way. I was sweating so bad. We were both sweating so bad. So the AC, shouldn't have even brought it because I keep calling it a trailer on floaties is what we lived on for a week, didn't have outlets. And even if it had an outlet, which was in a completely different area of where I would have been sleeping, you had to have the generator on to make the outlets work. So we didn't have power for the whole week. We didn't have service. We didn't have Wi-Fi. We didn't have anything. I thought it was comical that I even thought to bring my laptop. My phone did not work. Luckily, we found a radio that had like a USB, so I could at least keep it plugged to take pictures and videos for the week. So I posted a Reels on my Instagram and I talked a lot about like just some some of the things that we endured this week. Um, and let me just tell you, this week was amazing. Like, it was so incredibly fun. I have been on, I don't even know how many trips with high school students. This trip was by far one of my most favorites, hands down. So incredibly fun, but it was so incredibly weird and different than anything we've ever done that I was like, I don't even know what's happening. So let me introduce the craft today, and then I'm just gonna make it. I'm not gonna teach on anything. We're just gonna craft and hang out, chit chat, talk about things. So thank you. Yes, we had, so she keeps saying you two and your trip with Landis. Now, Landis, yes, is in high school, and I have served in high school for years. So we are now, our worlds are coming together. We're still learning that. And pretty much Landis and I talked like twice on this trip, because when she goes to summer camp, it's like her time away from her family because she's homeschooled and we hang out a lot. And when I go on my trips with my high schoolers, I'm investing in kids and students that are not my kids. So it's a completely so we're kind of in a different realm when we go on these trips. It's not like a family vacation for us. So trying to figure that out. And also, like, her friends are now like know me as mom versus like leader, and I'm completely different as like a high school leader versus a mom, because you know I'm a mom and it's like, okay, my job is to equip you and teach you and correct you. As a high school leader, it's like my job is to come alongside you guys and love you and be there for you and take some of that stuff off of your parents that you know you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents about and stuff like that. So it's a different world. 105 yesterday was so hot. Yes, I need to watch all of your videos. I was trying to catch up on all of them, and I just have so much to catch up on now that I'm back and we're launching something this week. And I'm like, what was I doing? Where I'm working on the whole website is being overhauled in the background. So the website is going to completely flip flop in just a couple days. And I've been working on that for probably 2 months now. And it is just at those like final moments. My goal was to maybe launch it today, but I think it's going to be more of a surprise throughout the week. So one day this week, there will be a big surprise and a big website overhaul change. Thanks, Dad. Okay, my dad is on here today. His name is John, and he gets so mad because apparently he's been on my videos every time for the last couple weeks, and he's like, you don't talk to me. You never comment back. I never see you on here, and now I see it. Tip, all caps. I see it a little bit better if you're just going to sneak in there and say little things. I love being able to be a part of our church's high school group, discipleship group. It's such a great experience to walk alongside the girls as they become young adults. Yes, it is. It is so fun. I never thought I'd be doing it for this long, and I never thought when my kids got to high school I'd still be a high school leader. I never even really thought too much about that. I just kind of kept going with it because it's part of my life, and it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite parts of my life. So, hi, Tay's dad. Cannot wait to make a Disney trip, kiddos wearing them. Okay, so what I'm doing today is, I thought this is perfect. Actually, I didn't think about this at all. Literally about 10 minutes ago, I was like, you gotta craft today, Tay. Like, what are you doing? As I'm like sitting here trying to finish the tweaking of the website. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So literally went in to go find the 3D ears because I was gonna bling them more. And then I saw these guys, which I bought from Sharon's discount Facebook group. We've talked about her before. She goes to the outlet store in Florida and buys things, and you can get them for super cheap. And I bought these a while ago. I got them for $8. So if you guys know, the park ears range from like 20 to 30. I got them for $8. So that's a really good deal. I think I'm just gonna leave the Disney Parks tag on for now. I usually just tuck it behind my ears. But the thing about the Disney Park ears is they're lame sauce sometimes. They're super tight, so you can actually put them on something to kind of stretch them out a bit. The one thing we hate about Disney ears is they are so tight. They give you a headache. So I am You never get mad. Cannot wait to make, oh, I already read that. Good morning, Stephanie. Okay, so I always suggest trying to stretch your ears out if you're going to use Disney ears, but I also suggest vamping them up because they look like they were made in China, because they were. And these are the red sequence ones. These ones are a little bit more fancy, but what I wanted to do was turn them into Marvel ears using some patterned HTV. We're gonna make a starred ribbon. And then I have some patterned vinyl here that I was going to make a Marvel cup out of, but I'm gonna just show you guys how to do it without like having to use your Cricut at all. So I guess you do have to use your Cricut because I used the Cricut to cut my template. I just have, so when I go to make a cup, I just use the template that I've cut out many, many times. So I have that ready. I don't even have to fudge with my Cricut. I just did it once, and then I have it written on the back. It says Starbucks cold cup, 11.626 width. So if you guys are cutting this out of your Cricut, set it to, don't unlock it, set it to 11.626 width. And then 1/4 inch glue line. So I just write on that what it is. I've been trying to find Tay's favorite cup at Target and mine never has it. So they kind of stopped selling the Target these ones, the Room Essentials cups, but they do have them randomly. So I don't know. I'm hoping they don't discontinue these because these are my favorite cups. I'm glad I have like ridiculous amounts of them if they do discontinue them. Thanks for missing me, Erica. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna make some ribbon. I'm gonna make this bow fancier, turn it into an interchangeable bow so I can reuse these red ears for other themes. We are going to Disneyland in a couple weeks, and we are gonna do Marvel and Star Wars. Hopefully we can get into Marvel Land. Okay, so where was I this week? Man, it was an interesting week, guys. It was so interesting. So we are used to going, our summer camp for the last 4 years has been at, if anybody knows about Hume or Hume San Diego, it is like the star camp production, like the most bougie summer camp you could ever go to. This is where we are used to going with our high schoolers. And we sleep in dorm rooms, we're on the beach, we have like cush. I mean, there is no AC, but you're in San Diego, so it is kind of warm, but like it's not that warm, and there's definitely areas you can go to that are air conditioned, and these productions they put on, they spend so much money to put on these huge productions, and they bring in these amazing I don't know, just really awesome speakers, and they build this like intense set. Like the set building, I spend the whole week just looking at the sets they build and just being in awe and being like, how long does this take them? It is amazing craftsmanship, awesome stuff. This is the camp we used to go to. It's called Hume, and Hume Lake is very close, and it's really awesome, but they're full. Like they're jam-packed. Like every church wants to go to Hume Lake, every church. So they have Hume San Diego, which now is closed because of COVID, and the college campus just won't let us use it anymore, won't let Hume use it anymore. And so they're doing like a Hume LA and all these things. So Hume is just this, it's put on just insanely well, like just insanely good. It's the camp of all camps that everybody wants to go to, and there's nostalgia there. Like grandparents have gone there. It's just everybody wants to go to Hume. With COVID, we didn't get to go last year at all. Then we were I'm gonna turn on my little guy. Then we were hit it coming up to this year, and we were like, okay, it doesn't look like Hume's is gonna open, so we need to figure out what we're gonna do. You were in my neck of the woods. Well, that's where we were a couple years ago, Hume San Diego. But so when trying to improvise and figure out what we were gonna do, we came across houseboat camp, which is fun. It's super fun. Sounds amazing, right? So houseboat camp is Sounds awesome. So we book it, not knowing if our state is going to open or not open or whatever. We end up, camps are open now. We could have gone to a regular camp, but houseboat camp it is because that's what we committed to and that's what we're going to do. So we end up, okay, I want to keep this length intact in case, so I'm going to cut it this way. So we end up, oh, I can't do that. I'm gonna just cut it this way to make it easier on myself. So we end up committing to this houseboat camp. Little do we know that California is going to be in a drought. So our lakes and rivers and everything are just extremely low. Whether we think it's the government doing it or not, who cares? Our lakes are so low. And we, yeah, that leads, and it's funny because every time I told somebody, you know, I'm gonna go be on a houseboat for a week at Lake Shasta, everybody was like, is there even water? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I didn't even think about that. And so I just kind of was like, yeah, no, there's enough water. There's enough water at least for our boat to float. That's all that matters, right? So we get there. So first of all, there's this video, okay? We were told to watch this video, and the video was supposed to tell us what houseboat camp was gonna be like. Now I tell you, this video made houseboat camp look amazing. It was like water sports and jumping off and water slides and cliff diving and all these things. We were like, cool, we're gonna go have some fun for the first time in a long time since we've all been locked up. We get, so every time someone would ask, what are you gonna do? I was like, I don't know, I've just seen this video. The video is what we're doing. And so I based everything on this video. The video was like, the time that we, like while we were there, we were like, where's the video? This isn't the video that we saw. So we end up ready to learn, let's go. So we have these, I actually went with no expectations because if there's anything that COVID has taught us, it's don't make plans, don't have expectations, be flexible, get used to changing quickly and fast. And those lessons were needed this week a lot. So we get there and it is blazing hot. Like, I don't know if you all live in Redding or near Shasta, but I thought Sacramento was hot. It is like desert heat hot. And we're literally in this like valley that no airflow goes through in the beginning. So we get there and we have to lug, you know, all of our stuff down to the boats, and the water is about 100 feet lower than what it normally would be. So every 100 feet the lake is lower is more we have to walk. And so we realize, okay, these are the boats. We see the boats we're about to live on. We're like, these boats are not the boats that we thought. We were told we'd have 10 beds, and we realized we had 5 beds. We just had 2 boats, and there's 5 beds. Mind you, there's 14 people sleeping on each boat. There was 14 people on my boat. I'm not sure how many were on the other boat. It was so hot over the weekend. Yes. COVID, taught us to appreciate the small stuff. Dude, I learned so much stuff during the COVID year. Well, I'm praying it's the COVID year and that it's not, you know, that it's not more than that. I definitely could have heat pressed this and it would have worked way faster, but we will see. So yeah, we get there, we're like, okay, this is your new home for the week. I put my car up. Thankfully, I grabbed everything I needed out of my car because I did not know what was about to happen. I didn't know, like nothing, the video did not prepare me for what was about to happen. The counselors there didn't prepare us for what was about to happen. It just started going from the minute we stepped on the boat. So, first of all, our team is told, you better learn how to drive a houseboat. And we were like, wait, what? We're the ones driving? And they're like, yeah, who did you think was driving it? And we're like, I don't know, a professional boat driver maybe, because we rented houseboats. So nope, we had to get trained on driving houseboats real quick. So we did. And they didn't also, I bailed out of that. I was like, y'all can crash this boat. I'm not going to be liable for that. I did take the portable AC. I already covered that part. So, also, I had no plugs on my, so I like to call it trailer on floaties. That's what we lived on for the week, a trailer on floaties, literally a trailer on floaties. No slides on our trailer on floaties, nothing. So that was fun. But oh my gosh, it was just hilarious. So we get in there, we get this quick training on how to con a boat. It's called conning, not driving. So 3 of our peeps learned to con a boat. I learned to clean a boat really well this week, not con it, because I was like, you know what, while you guys are driving, I'll take care of the cleaning, because we had to clean our boats. And the boats were very dirty every single day because we were in mud pits. So we get to the boat and we learn how to drive, and we start just voyaging through the lake. And I text Dustin, I'll just be transparent, my last text to my husband, and if I were to have died on this trip, would have literally been, well, it's hotter than balls here. Because I constantly just say that in Zach. I'm like, it's hot as balls. It's hot as balls. And so literally my last text to him was, it's hotter than balls here. And we were off. And I lost service on our voyage. We're about 45 minutes into driving our own boats, conning our own boats. And we're like in a caravan following just this boat that we are like, okay, this is our life. I'm not really sure what it is, but this is our life. So I'm like, I'm sure I'll get service somewhere along the way. No. You're funny, Tay, for thinking that you would get service somewhere. So we're conning, and we're still conning, and it takes an hour to get where we are going. Mind you, where we got to looks very similar to everywhere we passed for the last hour. So it was like, could we have just stopped anywhere? No, we couldn't, because there was a camp waiting for us with tons of stuff. And mind you, the camp that put this all on, they really had no control over any of this. They just were working with what they had. The lake was so low, so we couldn't. They tried their hardest, and they modeled like perseverance through this entire week. It was crazy. So we get there, and we find our new home for the week, which is literally a little mud pit between 2 cliff sides. Like the lake is supposed to be up here. I call it a river because it's very rivery looking, especially being so low. It looks more like a river than a lake. So lake's supposed to be up here, and camps and stuff are up here. Lake is here. So we have these cliffs. So we're like water pit right here, but it's not water anymore down here. It is mud pit. So we are parked in a mud pit for the week with no service, an hour away from our vehicles, with 40 students and 5 leaders. So thank God they were the most fun 40 students and 5 leaders on earth, and we made the best of it. It was so much fun. However, we constantly were just like looking around like, what is our life? Where are we? How do we get a hold of somebody if we need something? It was just, Cabins or tents? No cabins, no tents. You're funny. We lived on a trailer on a floaty. We stayed on the trailer on the floaty. We had the houseboat. So we were staying on a houseboat. We could sleep on the roof, which a lot of our students did, but if there was any rain or thunder, they had to come in, which we did have like kind of a little bit of a start of it, but it passed and it didn't come through. So we were like, oh my gosh, we're gonna all have to sleep in this together. But it all passed and we were fine. So we get there, we're in this mud pit, and we're like, we crash into the mud bank, and that's our spot. Like you're stuck. You're not going anywhere. This is your spot. You're on a cliff. It's like this gravelly mud, like dried up mud cliff. And we're like, cool. There's this huge houseboat right next to us, and that's where like the leaders stay of the camp and all that. And they've got, you know, a PA. They've got a ton there that is really cool. Made our houseboats look like nothing. But so like they had like you have to wash your feet before you go into their boat, and you have to like put your shoes in a bin, and then you wash your feet, and then you go into their boat, and like nobody's allowed on that boat because it's just gonna get dirty. It was a really nice boat. Our boats, not so much. Our boats were in mud. Your feet go in mud. Your shoes go in mud. I lost a shoe in mud during one of our activities. I had these really fun shoes that are made of elastic, which elastic shoes are really cool until 2 feet of mud eat one of them and your foot just comes out with the elastic and the sole stays in the mud. So I had to get to the dodgeball tournament, so I had to sacrifice the shoe. I was like, I'll just reach down and grab it. I pulled my foot out and I reached to get the shoe, and by that time the mud had eaten it and I was no longer able to find my shoe, nor did I want to anymore. I was like, you can have it, Lake Shasta, you can have it. I don't want it back. So that was a fun moment. Ooh, I'm gonna do fur for the whites. I don't know, maybe. I wanna do fur somewhere. Maybe for the center, that would be cute. I want yellow somewhere too. Yellow glitter. Does Marvel is like blue, yellow, and red, right? Or should I just stick with red, white, and blue, because then it goes with Marvel and 4th of July? That's where I was kind of going with this. I wanted to fit 4th of July. That would have been a challenge for me. You took it well, Tay. Glad you had some fun. I'm not even done yet, Jimmy Lani Creations. Man, oh gosh, it gets so much better. So we are in the pit of despair, even though it was so fun. The kids just, mud and kids and water and a janky houseboat is just like a kid's dream, like a high schooler's dream. They have nothing better to do but than to sit and text on their phones. So like, this is just so much fun, so out of all of our element, so different than anything we've ever done. So we were just really, really having a fun time. Like, as crazy as it sounds, we were having so much fun. So luckily the boats had radios on them, because dance parties were our life for the week. We danced all week long, and that was so fun. So we, hey April, red, white, and blue. Okay, so no yellow. No, why did I grab yellow then? What am I thinking that is yellow? That is Marvel. Okay, I need white. A white center. Or red. I have red. This blue is kind of cute. I think I'll do that blue. It's like a brighter blue. So, day one, I ripped my nails off too, because I was like, okay, no nails needed for this trip. I'm gonna take these bad boys off because mud is just going into every crack it could. Not just nails, every crack it could. So it was just a fun time. It was a fun time, and I was with a bunch of girls that some of them were like clean freaks. So like, I had mothers on the trip who were like, take your shoes off, don't come in here with muddy feet, like you're tracking mud through the house. And like, it was just fun. Okay. Wonder Woman, but she is DC, or maybe Captain Marvel. Yeah, so I was thinking Captain America, Captain Marvel. I thought, no, not WandaVision is who I was thinking. WandaVision is Marvel. Correct, right? I'm pretty sure it is, because it's on Disney Plus. So, I'm thinking Captain America. That's what I was thinking with this, but also 4th of July. So these will fit 4th of July theme, but then they'll also fit Marvel, all the things. Okay, so we get there, day one. Okay, so we're like, okay, they're like, okay, we'll have dinner and worship and all the things. And we're like, where are we gonna do that? And they're like, up there. And we're like, up there? And they're like, yeah, that's where, all of our camp and our activities are set up. So it's like, settle in, get ready for the day, counselor meeting, 5:30. Okay, except at this time it was like 8:30. We were late, very late. So we get up there, the counselors are hiking up this hill that is including stairs and all these things. And you get up there and we're just extremely winded. And we're like, Okay, for the ones who did not work out during the year of COVID, we are feeling it today. So we're having our counselor meeting, and then one by one students start coming up. And then the students who have asthma start coming up. And we're like, oh, wow, these kids are having like asthma attacks right now. What is going on? Well, we knew what was going on. So kids come up, asthma attack 1. So we're like, okay, sit down. We're supposed to be in this counselor meeting. We can't pay attention at all because we're like, it just keeps getting better. So I'm like, okay, hold on. Where's your inhaler? And they're like, I don't have it. I was like, okay. So I go about halfway down the hill and yell to one of the boys who's still down there, grab blah, blah, blah's inhaler, please, and bring it up, which you have to like scream it. So I'm sure like everybody heard because, you know, I'm on a hill and whatever. So they bring the inhaler up. It takes about 10 minutes for them to find it and bring it up. We get up there and we're like, here's your inhaler. And she goes, oh, this isn't mine. And I was like, what? How is this not yours? She's like, it's my brother's. I'm like, it's albuterol, just take it. But whatever, that would be wrong. So we're like, okay, we need to get this person's inhaler that needs it. And so another leader runs down to go get it and runs it up, but also has like 6 other inhalers with them. So it was like, smart. You brought everybody's inhaler. So we're dealing with that. And we're like, okay, this one's under control, kind of. She did not recover for a while. She was not having fun. I don't know if I want the light blue. I want to stick to the marble-y colors, but I need a thinner ribbon. So, maybe I'll just use this one. So we get there, go back to the beginning of the story. No, so we're all good, and then another kid comes up who is just wiped and just like falls, and nothing was ever like health-wise like, oh my gosh, this person needs immediate help. It was like, wow, y'all are out of shape and we need to work on this. So this kid just collapsed and was like, I'm never doing this again. I don't want to come up here. We were supposed to walk up there for dinner, breakfast, and anytime you wanted to have an activity, you had to go up there. So yeah, the dark blue is nice. Yes, I was screaming to save someone's life. Yes, of course, it was a much needed scream. It was just like, wow, I really have to just scream this right now because I'm not running down this hill and then running back up because then I will have an asthma attack and I don't even have asthma. So there was that. Okay, so then we're like, okay, deliberate, team. And we're like, what are we going to do about this? Our kids are going to die if they have to do this every single day. So we're like, we just have to tell the camp that we need to our group needs to stay back and do our time and food at the bottom of the lake, or they need to compromise. And they compromised. They changed the whole camp for us. But with that, it was like, bring all the worship stuff down, all the PA system down, everything down to the base of the lake. And they did, but it took a day and a half to figure out how to get like sound down there. So it ended up being like acoustic worship, which was still amazing. On a hillside, you know, a cliffside. So we were supposed to bring chairs and we weren't told to bring chairs. So none of us had actual camping chairs. We had like the little plastic chairs that came in the boat, which was fine. But we were like this, like we were sitting like this during worship, during messages, during all the things. And again, not the camp's fault. The lake was just low and none of that was their fault. So they accommodated us and they were like, okay, we're going to move meals down there. The first meal was, so they would like get on a houseboat and they would get it all prepared on a houseboat and then they would bring it to the shore, because there were technically 6 houseboats with us, but our church took up 3 of those. And so they brought out like these tables that were on this hill and they would like stand against the food so that the food wouldn't fall off, and they'd serve it. And it just got worse and worse. And so we're like, okay, we got used to our new home. We were like, okay, this is how we're doing it now. They got the PA system set up. We had one worship service where we had sound and everything. And then we're slowly like noticing that our boats are just not really sitting in water anymore, that we're sleeping at an angle. And I was like, why am I sleeping at an angle? The lake is getting lower as we are living in this homestead. And I felt like I was a pilgrim living in a life where I just had to find where I was welcome and what I was doing with my life. And oh, this definitely needs some bling too, I'm feeling. So we wake up to what is supposed to be boat wars. And, every morning you wake up and you do like an activity and you do a cheer, and your boat is like, anybody been to camp? Like you get points for like cheering and cleanliness and all the things that you do at camp. And then we wake up like ready for the day, and then they're like, change of plans. We're going to do worship, and then we're moving. And every single one of our boats are completely stuck in the mud, like bad. So when you're on a houseboat, you're supposed to move it every single day so that it doesn't get stuck, but we were not doing that. So, because remind you, we are not boat owners or drivers or anything, so we know nothing about boats, really, in reality. So we're like, okay, new plan. We just moved camp. We moved all the things. So this is day 3, and I still have no service. So I'm like, maybe, when we move, I'll get service. So I can text my family or text my team, check in on Tiffany. And so I think God just really wanted me to disconnect this week. And he allowed me to get a couple texts on our voyage. So on our voyage out, we were like, you know what? This is a prime time to clean our boats. They're covered in mud, and we're going to be in the middle of the water. So we're taking buckets and just like, we literally were singing the song from Auntie, like, it's a hard knock life. And we were just like pillaging the boat. How do you call it? No, we weren't pillaging it. We were dumping water. We were like washing everything with water. It was so fun. So we were washing the boat with the buckets, and we were just having a good time finding our new home. And we got there, and it's beautiful. Like the new spot is beautiful, but it's still full of mud. And we get there, and it's just this really pretty, there's some flat spots, so we no longer have to worship on a hill, and it's just really, really pretty. So we get there, and no more PI system. Like they were like, let's just nix that whole idea. So we're now doing acoustic worship. It was really like, it was awesome, but it was a mud pit, and the mud wars really began in our new location. So we're doing our first event, which is Hungry Hippo in the water or something. I don't know. I got distracted real quick when a leader gave me a water gun and said, shoot the kids, because it was 100 and something degrees out, and we were blazing hot standing on the shore watching the water games. So all the leaders got these huge water guns that we were supposed to just shoot in the air and get everybody wet. It worked. It was working great. Everybody felt amazing. We were, getting cooled off. And then my gun doesn't work. It stops working. So I give it to a student to fill it. And I was like, hey, figure out how to fill this up, and then I'll shoot it off. And because they all wanted to use them too. So I was like, you can fill it, I'll shoot it. I do not see what she is doing, and I don't realize that she sticks the gun down into the muddy water, and this mud is like clay. So it stains you, your skin, your clothes, everything. And she sucks up muddy water. So I look over, and our guy leaders are right down the shore. So it's like, oh, I'll do the liberty of shooting them. So I shoot, and all of a sudden my leader in a white t-shirt turns to a leader in a brown t-shirt. And I was like, my gun's broken. I don't know how to refill it. That was the end of that. I was like, my gun, I can't even refill it. It took her probably like 5 minutes just to get water in it. So while I had this broken gun, every other leader saw what I did and had a working gun, and they were like, mud war. And so they went to go fill their guns with mud, and it went haywire. Hungry Hippos, I don't even remember what happened during Hungry Hippos because mud wars began, and everybody was shooting. All the leaders were, shooting each other with mud, and then shooting the students with mud, and then the kids began to mud war by grabbing mud and throwing it at each other, and it was mud war. It was so fun, but it was so messy. But it was like the perfect environment to do it in. So was there a teaching lesson in your trip? Yes. You cannot tell which one of all. You made the best out of all. You are back. We are happy. This was an extra experience. It's a hard knock life. Get this, and what my dad say, you play, you pay, mud puppies. Yep. So the theme of the camp, and I blame them for this, was endurance. And I was like, y'all made your camp theme endurance. The camp theme was camping, but the message theme was endurance. So it's like, okay, listen, that's like praying for patience. You don't pray for patience, because what you're gonna get is a lot of things to work on your patience. You make a message about endurance, you think that it's gonna be a message and then you go home and you have to learn endurance? No, friend. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So I'm sitting there just comically laughing like, you guys made the message endurance. Like, what are you thinking? So I was like, I've been around the bush a little bit, or around the bush. Is that where you go? Around the bush? I've been around the block, that's what it is. Been around the block enough times to realize whatever the message is probably gonna be applicable, because that's just how it works here. So I never pray for patience. Yeah, we don't pray for patience. We don't, okay? So little did you know you were being punked on an episode of Survivor, right? I don't even know where I was. There were many times when I was like, I'm still on this island. It wasn't an island, but it felt like an island. It was just like, I don't know how to get home. I don't even know where I am. I don't even know what part of the lake I'm in. Comical, there's a map on the houseboat of Lake Shasta, but there's not really a "you are here" sticker on that map because you're in a boat. So it's like, good luck, you're somewhere in this spider veiny world, because Lake Shasta is not a circle. Lake Shasta looks like a 40-legged spider, basically, and we're in one of those legs. Good luck finding where you are. And now, even if you did figure out where you were, we just moved you. So God provided. Nobody really was critically injured. We had some little mishaps and a lot of throwing up because the boys were not drinking water, and one boy ate a whole jar of pickles, and I'm so glad I'm a girl leader. One boy literally ate an entire jar of pickles and the juice, and we were like, there your night goes. Like, you just made your bed. And he did. He threw up like all night long. And then there was another one who didn't drink water. He was just busy drinking juice like all week. And I'm like, you know what? Y'all have some life to learn, but that's okay. That's on you, not on me. Okay, so here's what this is looking like. Yes, boys. Boys are fun. Were there hidden cameras? There was a professional filming people and photographers, so there are lots of videos and pictures of this, which they were amazing. They are awesome, hence why the video from the other year was really awesome and got us all geared up for this really awesome thing. Oh, we also had a speedboat that would come and pick up some of the kids and take them tubing. But the time I went out on the tube had a hole in it. So between every student, I got the job of blowing the tube back up. So I got a good workout there. Our kiddos are freshmen through seniors in high school. So 14 to, some of them are like 18, 19 years old. So a lot of them are very, self-sufficient. Like, it's not like taking a bunch of kids. It's having some adults with you as well. Okay, I feel like I need some doodads, and I didn't grab any doodads, but I'm gonna get the cup vinyl ready. So we end up literally in this mud pit for a week and moving and changing our plans and all the things. It was seriously so fun. But I'm trying to think the rest of the story. There wasn't too many more mishaps. It was just more of like a, what the heck just happened? Kind of week. Do I not have a pen in here? Come on, pen. Also, I'll be live on Amazon today too at noon. Still not really sure what I'm doing, but I will be live on there if y'all want to hang out with me there. Make sure I'm not. I don't know if I want to wrap a cup in this or if I want to put it on like something and then I'll just wrap it. I don't know. We'll see. There's also a hack I've been seeing people use with parchment paper or something. What do you guys do to get this even? Like, you peel off like a strip of it and wrap it, and then, I don't know, I'll have to try it. I'm just gonna wrap the cup and see what happens. How do we watch Amazon Live? So amazon.com/shop/Auntie Tay. And I will, when I'm live, the video pops up at the top. When I'm not live, all of the old lives are at the bottom of the thing, and you can go through all the old ones and watch those if you want. Tiff took over all week and did an awesome job with y'all. Yep, Steph put the link. So Tay National Lampoon Story. Yeah, it was a fun trip. Oh, so our last night that we were there too, there was like this heckler guy that we lived across the street from, basically across the water from, who was like yelling at us to stop worshiping, and it was just real fun. There was lots of real fun things. But all in all, it was amazing. It was an amazing trip. But, oh, and when we moved, I ended up getting a text from Dustin, a text from Tiffany, a text from Jackie, a text from Briley, and a bunch of emails. Like a couple random emails came through, but not all of them. And so I text Dustin and Briley back, and then by the time I got to texting anybody else back or trying to check in with anybody, it was like, bam, gone. I don't even know why I had service for that little bit on the island, because it was like I never got it back again. So I don't know, like, if I was just literally in like the perfect spot and they came through, but I was able to get a message to Dustin and a message to Briley, and that was good. So we also, because a lot of us, you know, have spouses and kids back at home, they all realized like none of them have service. So there's no way to talk to any of them. We did have one student go off on the speedboat for a while to talk to his mom because he was having a hard time. So that was all good. A few people are asking about business member meeting tonight. Deets, there is no business member meeting tonight. Zooms are on hold until July, and we have 3. Are you talking about Zoom meetings? Is that what we're talking about? You can go back and watch live streams. How do you apply HTV to the ribbon? So I just sliced it to the size of the ribbon and heat transferred it on, just like you would on fabric. I used my Dodo Dum, which Tiff has a Amazon Live featuring this guy. We love this guy. It's pretty much a Cricut Junior or whatever those are called, but it's not. It's like a knockoff version. Ooh, okay. So this cup has like a little bit of baby bling. I was excited one time and I was gonna bling this with all baby bling. No, that was a cute idea, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna just put bling around the top maybe. I don't even know. We'll see if I get there. I have a lot to catch up on. Last thing I'm probably gonna be doing is crafting. So what I think I'm gonna do, I know me and Tiff tried these a long time ago and I kind of gave up on vinyling cups because I was like, that was ridiculous, is I'm going to tape it on one side and get it exactly how it goes. I've been seeing you guys doing this and I'm like, why did I not do it like this? Why would I take the whole thing off like a ding dong? Okay, I'm gonna tape this on exactly how it's supposed to go. And then this part, nope, see, it has to be perfect. I'm gonna tape it on perfect. Woohoo, made alive, welcome Erin. Dodo Dum. Oh man. Okay, let me get this perfect. Why do I get so hungry during these lives? Like I'm always famished after these lives. That's why I eat like garbage at the studio, because I'm like, I'll bring something and I don't want that after I'm done with these lives. I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm straight up hungry. So. All right. Oh, by the way, I came home and I met with, since I've been home, I met with the director of Christ Hope International. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so I met with the U.S. director of Christ Hope International, and we had lunch and all things, and we've been processing how we're going to do 12 DIYs of giveaways and all that stuff, and it is going to be amazing. We have a really fun thing planned that I'm so excited to have you guys be a part of. Okay, I don't know how you guys do that. Oh, what am I doing with my life? Hold on for a second. I want to see if I can use this really quick. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I'm coming back. I know I hate doing this, but I'm doing it. Oh no, where'd it go? Okay, it got moved, or I moved it, or I don't know. I haven't been here for a couple weeks. Anyways, Chipped Builds sent me her cup holder thingies for when you're doing stuff like this, and I need to be using it, and I don't know where the box went. I moved it. That's annoying. Tay, I watched all the business courses this weekend while I worked in orders. Got a lot of new tips for my business of 12 years. Woohoo! Can I add snack buyer to my job title? Maybe. I don't want snacks here. I want to just not eat food. I am like struggling bad, guys, with my food issues. I am a food addict and a sugar addict. I've actually conquered my sugar addiction pretty well, but I've compensated with food addiction, which is just not as good. I mean, neither one is good. So for a long time, I was just skinny and could eat whatever I wanted, and that didn't matter to me. So I was like, whatever, I'll live on Sour Patch Kids and Diet Mountain Dew, and I'm good. And now I'm like, okay, get your life together. Yes, healthy snacks, please, is what I'm trying to say. Have you tried wet method? No, what is that? You get it wet? Okay, I've seen you guys do a ton of stuff with these things. We need carrots, we need fruit, we need Whole Foods up in the fridge. I will not eat it. That's the problem. It's like, I will buy this crap and I will not eat it. Like, I don't know. You're right. We need veggies. All the veggies. We need all the veggies. And Chipotle dip. Like, get the cup wet. But I'm not using the vinyl, and then you put the vinyl on and it's wet and you slide it around. Like okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put water in this. 2-second commercial. If I had Switcher Studios on, I could put something. I'm gonna put water in this really quick. Hold on. I'm coming. So can you tell that this week taught me to lose sense of control, because it used to drive me nuts to run out of the screen, and I didn't even think about it. I was like, goodbye, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm gonna get the cup wet, and then what? I heard that too, wanted to try it, but haven't yet. Okay, okay, I was gonna dip this in the water to get the whole cup wet. So I get the whole cup wet, and then what? Then I just put the vinyl on and it slides around. And then how does it dry? Does it get mold? I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing, but it's fun. Let's do it. All right, let's try this. So then what? I take the whole vinyl off, like putting vinyl on a window. I guess. I never do that. I went shopping and almost forgot to buy my bag of mixed salad. I think I'm going to tell you guys what we're planning so you guys can get a heads up and you guys can start thinking about what you want to do. So for 12 DIYs of giving, we are not going to do it during Christmas season. We're doing an Orphan Sunday in November event, and there's going to be a lot of moving parts to it, but it's going to be so fun, and you guys are going to be so involved. So we are going to do a t-shirt design competition for the fundraiser. We're actually going to be doing like an awareness raising thing versus like fundraising. And then instead of fundraising, we're going to do child sponsorship stuff. I'm going to teach you guys all about child sponsorship and why I believe in their sponsorship over others and all that stuff. And then, we're going to do a craft competition with you guys, with the winning designs, and there'll be cash prizes and there'll be partnership prizes and tons of fun things. So, Jessica, you can add veggies with other veggies, chips and salsa, best thing ever, literally get my veggies in daily. Wait, what? I need to know about this. You can eat the veggies with other veggies, or you can eat it with chips and salsa. That's fun. We could do, we could, like, you mean, I'm confused. I'm like, you eat veggies and you eat other stuff, but because you're eating veggies, you're eating less of the other stuff? Is that what you're saying? Okay, I'm gonna just do it how I think, because nobody's answering me, unless I didn't see it. Drop the bag and back away from the Skittles. Dad, I moved on from Skittles. I moved up to Sour Patch Kids, and now I'm super fancy. I'm addicted to chocolate-covered blueberry acai's from Brookside. And they sell them in a humongous bag at Costco. I'm obsessed with them. And the best thing about them is my kids don't like them, so I can keep them around and they don't disappear, which is probably the worst thing about them. Hold on. I really want to find the cup holder from Chip Spills because I think that's just going to make this all the easier. I think I see the box, but I'm not sure. Hold up. Wait a minute. I don't see it. It's not it. What the heck did I do with it? Okay, whatever. Let's see. What else could I put this on to make it stand still? I'm just going to do it straight up and down. Smooth it out. Just smooth it out. Oh, those are so good. I can relate. Yeah. Smooth out bubbles. Do you squeeze out the water? Squeeze it. Nothing is helping me here. Okay, so I'm gonna get that wet. I'm gonna put this on, and it's supposed to be like slippery because it's wet. We'll see. Nothing is sliding. Nothing is sliding. Nothing is sliding. Liars. TikTok is a liar, or Instagram is a liar. I don't know, I'm probably doing it completely wrong. The way I saw people do it was they just took a little piece off and then they, this is why I didn't want to do this cup, because I hate vinyl cupping, cup vinyling. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it is not perfect, that's for sure. I don't know what the water does, but I don't know if it's helping or if it's making it worse or what. This is dumb. I hate vinyl. Why am I even doing a vinyl project? Just put the whole thing in water. Like this. This will show how waterproof our vinyl actually is because it is very waterproof. Now what? I'm turning you off because we're done with you. I know we would want to use hate transfer vinyl, right? But we're using vinyl, especially because this is a sneak peek to something that's coming. And I need to show you guys how to use it. I'm gonna get this part wet. I'm gonna get the vinyl wet. Let me see. What does that work with? I think you need to soap it up. Soap? How many more things do I need? Okay, I'm gonna get this. No, this is gonna be bad. Here. Water, water all over the vinyl. Okay, I'm gonna put water on the sticky part. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my template all wet. You would think I'm not a professional crafter. I'm just not a professional vinyler, that's for sure. Okay, let me get this on and then it's stuck. It's stuck. It's not going anywhere. It definitely helps with the bubbles for sure though. Like there are no bubbles. Okay, it definitely helps with the bubbles. And then you have a little bit more leeway because it doesn't stick like crazy right away. Okay, I see you. I like it. So get the vinyl wet and then put it on. And the bubbles just come out like butter. I don't know if there's bubble butter coming out. I don't know where bubbles are in butter, but if there were and you got it wet, they wouldn't exist anymore. Okay, that looks awful. Also, because I have bling somewhere, like I'm covering up bling a little bit, but it definitely comes off really easily when it's wet. I'm just hoping it dries sticky. Let's try this again. Okay, I'm gonna put it in my legs, because that's what you do when you don't have the chip spilled cup holder, which I do have. I just have to go find. Alrighty then. Let's see if this worked better. I don't know what I did differently, but I just tried again. But it is cool because you can just definitely reposition it. If it didn't work, you just undo it and you try again. Don't like it, try again. It's not sticky like at all anymore though, so I'm really hoping once it dries, it stays sticky. What do y'all think? Okay, that's about as good as this cup is gonna get. Because I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, it is red and white, and then next to the ears, it has, so when you eat them together, I don't know why you eat them together, when you put them together, you've got your red, white, and blue. Super fun. It dries good. Okay, I have a feeling it'll dry like perfect. I think that it has Windex and soap. Okay, too many elements. Let's just stick with water. I don't want to do any Windex or soap today. I'm already 5 minutes over my allotted live time, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for hearing my fun, adventurous, crazy week. I wish I always had more fun things to talk about. Oh, duh, I have to put the lid on because the lid is blinged with Ice Queen. 1928 is back in stock, and so is Ice Queen. Hopefully it all got back in stock. I'll check. It is in stock. We just have to make sure that the warehouse put it back in stock. So those colors are back in stock. Look how cute that is. I can't wait to go to Disney and be a Marvel fan, but no masks required. I'm so excited. So excited. So I'll be there in a couple weeks, taking lots of fun photos, and we will play what is it, Tay's Disney Hunt. We didn't play it for Touch of Disney because there were no lines, and that's when I played Tay's Disney Hunt. So just realized that when I was like, how come I haven't been doing it? How come it's been hard? Because there's no lines. All right, I will see you all. Oh, this is cute. You can make little bow straw toppers, like little baby ones, or you can make big ones if you like to be extra, but little bow straw toppers are cute. But for now, I have to put Velcro on it. That's why it's not on the ears. But, so this is what it looks like. Your ears and your cup, and you're ready to go for Marvel Day, or change your straw though to red, white, or blue. So if you're going over the 4th of July week or weekend, or you just want to be a part of Marvel, or both, that's a craft you can make. I vote a Disney World trip. So start thinking of ideas if you want to be a part of the design portion. That's going to be the first part of our event that we do for CHI this year. It's going to be so fun. We have so many elements to it that, because they wanted to do like t-shirts, and I was like, well, my audience actually makes all of their own t-shirts pretty much. So maybe we do more of an interactive type awareness bringing this year. So it'll be long, like it'll be really long, but like each part will be a different part, and then it's gonna end really cool. So Auntie Tay's Disney Adventure. Oh, I'm going Disney World. I'm just not going until probably January because I'm refused to go during the summer again. That was miserable. No, thank you. Okay, so now that Disney's back open, I will be going often again. Thank goodness. Hopefully it stays open. When will we get more details? I will be slowly releasing details on that, but I'll even release like the timeline, so you'll know exactly the timeline of it. Orphan Sunday's not till November, so we've got kind of a while, but there will be little parts in between that, you know, our design portion, our crafting portion, and then some other fun things too. Did I update on like what's new or anything? Nothing's crazy new. I also said the website's gonna be switching over this week, so be looking for that. And we have a fun product announcement this week, or not product, but a fun announcement this week that you guys will be excited for. Okay? Love you guys. Oh yeah, I have to go and do over there. Next time I might have Switcher Studio set up. Not sure, but we'll try. Bye guys.